Councillor Martin, please.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. When Peter rang me and asked me if I would nominate him to stand for Lord Mayor to our group, I didn't hesitate. It was significantly important for me personally and for the LGBT community here in Bristol that we had the opportunity to validate our first openly gay Lord Mayor. When I was a teenage boy, at school, the priests once detained me for defending in class the deviant behaviour of homosexuals, for reading out promotional material. It wasn't the use of the word homosexual that stung me, because I'd already pretty much determined that I was one, but it was the use of the word deviant. The promotional material was a newspaper article that I'd read about two teenage boys, not much older than I was, who'd been arrested and prosecuted under the Public Order Act. They'd been arrested and prosecuted, and their crime was for kissing in the street. I still carry that article in my wallet as a reminder of where we've come from to where we are today. But despite the openness and the advance of tolerance, we are a society that still harbours below the surface an acidic bigotry that bubbles away, sometimes spilling over and splashing us with its bile. A handful of MPs from all parties have openly opposed the Marriage Equality Act. We've even had some MPs farcically insinuate that the lack of economic recovery here in the UK is because of the amount of time we've spent discussing marriage equality. All the dominant and omnipresent religions have spoken out against it, and a political party has used the local elections this month to fan the flames of narrow-mindedness by fielding some small-minded candidates. Polls indicate, however, that the vast majority are in favour of marriage equality, and the vast majority in this country want to be seen as tolerant and accepting. So who are the deviants now? Reported figures sent to me from Safer Bristol show that homophobic attacks here in Bristol are on a downward trend. There may or may not be any correlation with Peter's out profile of the last year, but I'm content to think that in some small way it had an impact. It certainly didn't hurt that the local paper printed a wonderful picture of Peter in full Lord Mayor apparel, skipping down Park Street at the head of the Gay Pride procession last year, for all of Bristol to see. We have the Bristol Pound and we have the strengthening Pink Pound here in Bristol. Through the Gay Village, we have tourism, leisure, retail and events, all adding to Bristol's economy. We have culturally the competitive gay choir Sing Out, who sang last night at the Mansion House. We have community radio, Shout Out. We have cinematic gay stories that are told and filmed here in Bristol and travel all over the world. And we have Pride, a celebration of Bristol's diversity, but an event that spotlights Bristol as a tolerant and welcoming city to visit or choose to live, as I did. On behalf of the LGBT community, I would like to thank Peter for being an out ambassador, for going out to all four corners of the city, into all communities, for clearly enjoying the responsibilities, for making a dignified difference, and for bringing just the right amount of theatricality to the role of Bristol's first openly gay Lord Mayor. Oops. Well, what I was going to say was, it's time to click your heels, Dorothy. There's no place like home, and join us back here on the Lib Dem benches. Thank you, Peter.
Councillor Chessa, Green.